do some.
Okay, everybody's here. Pledge of allegiance. Gil's in the car, so I don't know what to do. We don't have a flag in here. So, Gil, lead us some pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Gil.
You're very welcome.
Okay, any added agenda items? Anybody want to add anything?
Yeah, but I need a copy of the.
Agenda?
Oh,
I'm not, anything that was in the road.
I didn't print one out.
I have it. I just forgot.
I never picked up my.
I have agenda.
I was bad shot. We're working on Brian. He's just getting an agenda.
Okay.
But did you have any added agenda items? You didn't have anything you wanted to talk about.
We're added items.
Yeah, did you want to add anything, Gil?
I do not.
Okay,
I did, well, no, next meeting, I sent out something from transportation lady. But,
right,
she'll visit us next meeting.
good. I need to read through it. It was 58 pages.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I copied that too, right? Yeah, we try to read through it because I think it's something that we should, but I saw 58 pages and I went, no, it's not happening.
you know, it's basically, you know, in the few pages I read, and then it looks like it's the same thing she's doing with her at transportation, picking up old people and making them pay a mile. I have to read it all.
Oh,
Well, it won't hurt to have her help us at least.
That's right, yeah. And that's all, that's nothing
No,
else.
I think that was a good hit, Gil.
Yep, you can go to 5.
Okay, public participation. I don't see anybody on Zoom. Charlie, did you want to say anything? Nothing? Like, you like us or everything's going along fine? Nothing good?
My first meeting, so.
Oh, okay. No. All right, I need to get a motion for approval of the minutes.
I make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second that, I'll second it.
Any discussion? Hearing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent, passes. Update on the commercial real estate promotions. I finally had that list put together for Jason and sent it to him today, because I remembered it was EDC tonight. And he should be sending them out. I told him to use the postage from the Economic Development Commission budget. And then as we go along, we'll probably run into more people and more possibilities. What I did try to do was find some of the smaller development guys, as you know, as well as our local in the area. Because if you go to the big guy, well, we're just a blip. A smaller guy might have a, so we'll start with them, and then we might get crazy. So anyways, that's in Jason's hands, and I think he'll be excited because he's talked about it. The agenda is messed up thanks to your chairperson. So let me explain number 2, or B. That should be a quick discussion about our town hall meet and greet. Gil, your opinion first. How did it go?
I was pretty excited about the buffet. But no, and as far as the attendance there, and that was more than I had expected. In the past, I know I've kind of balked, I've used that word, on the whole program. I said Jim's party, but it wasn't. It was very, very good and well attended. Thank you, Jim, for all you've done, and you also, Ruthann.
Thank you, Gil. Brian?
No, I thought it was well attended. I thought Jason did a real good job with his presentation and everything like that. I heard business people saying that, you know, they appreciate his presentation there, so.
Right. We had a lot of new businesses in the room, new faces, as well as some of people that might be able to help us. You know, Mr. Benson attended, and that was good. And the gentleman from Windsor Federal, one of them was the commercial lender, another's a vice president, so that was good. Bob Marshall, the dog guy, the pet treats, he was all excited to be there because he was doing his grand opening the next day. So I mean, it was kind of all in all a good thing. The setup was awesome, thanks to Ruth and whoever else jumped in and set things up. I didn't have to do anything, guys. I got there, it was all done.
I've been eating chips all week.
There you go. And so I think all in all, we maybe plan this as an annual thing to do maybe in the spring. I think it worked out real good and the timing was good. So something right after tax day. Okay. Moving on, parking in Broadbrook Center, Main Street. I put this on the agenda because I'm looking at ways to create a solution in regards to the Opera House and parking in downtown Broadbrook here, and also with the walkability. With the sidewalk being constructed, there's been a lot of people like going to the Dollar General, they're not going up the sidewalk, they're cutting through the Opera House parking lot. And they made a path between the Opera House and the backside of the Dollar General, which makes common sense. As a kid, I used to find paths everywhere. But in talking with the Coons, who are the owners of the Opera House, Capital Sweeping, and the Merlot, they have a problem with parking on the weekends because the plaza across the street is exercising its right to not allow event parking there. In other words, people from the Opera House, they don't want them, even if they've had dinner or whatever, which I don't think it's the businesses, and I'm not going to get into that aspect. So we do have a parking situation. There's concern about parking at the Merlot because, and I'm just giving you my conversation with them. I'm not necessarily, but apparently one side of the Merlot has the pond on it, and there's tall pine trees, and there's concerns about the tree falls. So they're allowing parking there for their events, but it's not. So anyways, years ago, the Coons came to the town to talk about maybe buying that small plot of land right behind the post office and putting a parking lot in there. But the cost of putting a parking lot in there can be astronomical compared to what your end result is and what you end up with. And anyone that owns a parking lot, ask Southern Auto, it's a very high taxable item. Parking lots are money. So the thought was the Dollar General, my understanding is that it has, the building itself has been sold to a new owner. The Coons are interested in maybe somehow we as a town step in a little bit and figure out a walkway through or something that could be more permanent. And I don't have an answer on all this. I'm bringing it up so that we as a commission take some time, maybe go down there, drive around, take a walk by the pond. There's new sidewalks going in, so that's cool. But just see what our options are, because I can tell you, even with the way the sidewalks constructed, it brings you down to the Kingsway shops. But you go up the street there, you have to actually cross Main Street. And whether you know it or not, Main Street can be very busy. I go to the Broadbrook post office every day. I park on the street because I don't like the hill. And I can tell you, getting out of the car sometimes it could be interesting. So I'm starting to look at it not only from a walkability sense, but maybe a safety point, because both the boutique and Broadbrook Pizza are seem to be successful, which means that's part of a walkable community when you're building it like Warehouse Point. You want people to be able to get. So we need to start thinking about how we can go on that. I don't know, have all the details. Take a look. Next month, we'll have it on the agenda again, but I wanted to put it out there that I met with the Coons about it. And this was something that they brought up, you know, because I went in asking, what can the town do for you, of course? And their response was, they have all kinds of suggestions, but this would probably be the biggest thing. And I also see it as a thing where we can maybe get the businesses to start working together a little more, helping them promote their little area there, because that's a nice little niche. We've got 2 art places, 4 restaurants, a banquet hall, music hall, Dollar General. As crazy as that sounds, that place is always busy. So That's why it's on there. Anybody have any other comments on that, Gil? I know you're familiar with the area.
No, I know that the pizza place, they use that parking lot that used to be with, is where the boutique is now. Who owns that parking lot? And
I
know
believe
that-
Jim.
Who does?
Yeah, Comp owns it.
Okay, so is there Comp's wife or
Yeah, he's probably
whatever
let
relation
Bob.
there.
he
let
park there.
the pizza place do, which I think is wonderful, because that
Yeah.
little hill, if you want to go buy a pizza, you're up on that little hump, and it's very dangerous to back out. So it's
Well,
a dangerous spot over
and
to the Comps.
It's good for his tenant because you drive in to get the pizza and you look over and there's the boutique. I mean, that's the beauty of a parking
Yeah.
lot, you know, so I
Right.
agree with you. Okay, so we're all on the page looking at this.
Mhm.
I don't know if we'll come up with a solution. I've been bugging people to see if they can give me one. So, next, summertime shop visit East Windsor campaign. I asked you guys to think about what we could come up with for a possibility for our shop. Visit East Windsor. Did anybody come up with any real brilliant brainstorms? Brian say no.
I'm just trying to think of what Jason mentioned the other night. He was trying to do something right,
That's the
with the
passport,
shopping.
right? That's his passport. This would be a separate thing. This is more to geared toward tourism. What we would want to do is contact the Historical Society, probably contact Connecticut Trolley Museum. We certainly could reach out to the churches, and all this can be done quickly, and ask them, are you offering tours? When are your tours? The Historical Society just announced their ice cream social, looking for vendors, but that gives us a
Who's
date.
that?
The Historical Society, down where the academy is. They're planning quite a bit of stuff that I hopefully will come through. I saw WPCA. They've got plans laid out for that Blue Barn, which will be entertainment. So we've got a real shot at creating tourism. And this is in combination with what's going on in Windsor Locks. Let's remember, train station and sports complex. And when these folks come to the area, if we've got things set up where if they contact the town, we somehow have a PDF ready. I don't even want to get into brochures yet, just a PDF that would list these kind of things, but we need to put a name on it. You know, I came up with, and this is going with what the town's done with their recent newsletter. And I said, visit the 5 villages. I can't think of a better thing. Because under that, we could put shopping, history, small niche stores like Scandinavian Shop up here. If she sends us the info, I mean, we're not gonna go out begging it, but we're gonna put out a board to people
Yeah,
saying,
there's a couple of like shops over near Roberto's.
exactly. Funky Finds is down there. And you know, that kind of thing, that it might not be your cup of tea or my cup of tea, but it's somebody's. And that's what tourism is all about. You know, I don't know if, you know, who knows what would become of this if we start a campaign for the summer. It's gonna be real small, shouldn't cost us anything. We'll design some kind of logo, you know, and we'll call it the Visit the 5 Villages. I just can't come up with anything
I
else.
like 5 village visit.
What did you say?
5 village visit
5 Village Visit? Okay,
rolls up. And visit the
shorter too. I like it. 5 VV, got it.
5 village visa.
Well, we should go 5 VV. We could actually make it a logo. I like- Yeah, well, these days with logos, believe me, I learn them more than I want. So does that sound good to everybody? Because what we do is we'll call it the 5 Village Visit. And we'll start, what we'll do this week is I'll start putting out an email or something on Facebook saying, hey, are you a tourist spot? Because we don't know what the farm up here that does the hay rides for Easter and October, they may have something going on this summer. Shagbark Hickory Farm there. Katie Hunt might have some kind of special horse thing going on. I mean, I don't know, but that's what we're gonna ask for. And what we want to do is make it so we're not gonna do research. We're gonna make them have to send it to us, and that shouldn't be a problem, you know, we're asking for a PDF or send us a flyer. And then we'll create a bank of them.
Right.
And then we'll put it out like on the economic development Facebook page. It's been very successful. I've entered into quite a few different areas with it. The community's starting to see it and pick up on it. We're trying to promote the town meetings where other people were doing it before we're doing it, where I go to the town and put it up and that kind of thing. So this would fit right in with that kind of stuff. All right, does that sound good to everybody?
Sounds
Bill,
very good. Yes,
You all set with that?
very positive. Yes, Jim.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll go with 5 village visit. Excellent. Okay, the transit authority, Gil, you already touched on it, so we're gonna just roll through that one. We all need to look at that
Right.
thing Margaret Hale sent. I think it will give us some more ideas. Did you have anything?
Right now,
else?
I forwarded that to, I think, Brian and yourself, and I'm not sure if it went through. Okay, good.
It
She
did,
said, okay, it's a lot of printing.
right.
It's a lot of printing.
Well, we'll read through it on the computers. That's why I say I want
Yeah.
to sit, I'll sit and put on music and read through it. Bruce got a hard copy if someone really needs to get it. And let's see what it says, because Margaret's been dealing with the transit stuff for quite a few years. And she's gone through a name change and everything in direction. So
Okay.
Margaret, she started out as ITN of North Connecticut or something. Now they're Nutmeg.
I was on the board with her for a while, so I started
Yeah.
getting rid of some hats. You know, that is Jim, many hats.
Yes. Okay.
But our new liaison, I just,
It broke up. I didn't hear. So with us, Gil?
yeah, I think so. Well,
We're losing you. Well, let me move on quickly, because I will wait till next month. E, we're up, oh, he's gone. You still with us?
I hope so.
Okay, we're up to the things coming from the first selectman's office or the selectmen on what they need from us, either regarding a business expo or passport program. Jason touched on it last Thursday night, and we're just waiting to hear what we need to do for that. Whether it's promotion, Ruth, you know, if you,
Yeah, I talked to him about that today. It's just a little too soon. They're still trying to get feedback from folks. Might want to be involved.
right, right. If they need to get some businesses though, let me know. I think
He's
they're,
focused on restaurants, right?
right,
So,
again,
yeah.
whatever we can do to help. Other economic issues, anybody got anything?
I'm good.
Okay, Brian?
Good.
All right, for next month, I want us to have a discussion, and this is a discussion, Ruth, and I didn't want to catch you off guard. But the zoning on Route 140
Mhm.
came to my notice that I need to do a little more research, but I want to look at where we've changed zoning to fit what we're trying to do there, and what properties still might be listed as, say, farmland or something residential, because 140 is our second commercial corridor, whether it's official or not. And it's come to my attention that some of the zoning along there, I'm amazed by it, but that's come to my attention. And so I want to take to take a look at it, because I don't expect the planning and zoning with the work they have.
Probably don't be free at all.
I think so too, but there was something said to me and I'm just trying to find out, and I want to, and I think we should look at it anyways, just in case something slipped through the cracks, because when we originally laid the sewer line years ago, there was things that needed to be changed, and I don't know if that got accomplished. Right, and I don't expect the planning and zoning board to spend time researching one item. Whereas they got a full plate with everything they do. So I figured if we could at least look at the zoning, take time this month, or maybe we get a map of it for next month. Then we could say, oh, okay, this little lot here, what's there? Oh, that's a house. Well, we're not as worried about changing that as we are something else. What made me think of it was, two things, was talking with Ali from Bassdale Plaza. He's the new owner. And he wants to do some expansion there. And the car wash coming in for the Noble Station, that's really the start of the spread. In other words, we got initial businesses to come in, put up doors, a Dunkin' down the street, now Dunkin' up the street. Bassdale's got down to like one rental. So we need to start looking at what can go there, what's coming in, because the car wash shows that things are expanding there. And I don't believe Noble, knowing Mike Frisbee, I've met him once, but I've communicated with him. He's pretty smart about what he does. He had that ice cream thing at first, that failed, but then he got Dunkin' to come in and rent the other side or whatever deal they made, which pumped up the Noble Station even more. So if people like him are looking at expanding, which the car wash is definitely, I mean, tax money, it's gotta be sweet. Expanding, then we should really start thinking, well, if he has a good experience, somebody else can come start looking. And we really need to look at it because I'd love for us to find somebody in the medical, urgent care, something along that lines that's looking to expand out here. Because we really are the center of north central Connecticut. I mean, you put one in over there, one over there, but if we put one in East Windsor, especially on like 140, easy access for the whole region. So, we need to make sure things are in place so that kind of business can go in without special permits.
Dentist office, right?
Yeah,
I think they're moving out of that still.
yeah.
That's not that.
So that's why I say we have to look at this and make sure that we pump up the volume on that area, that the dog place open. That was a good start. That's the second one that's open. The first one-
Is Dr. Spielberg, he hasn't retired yet, has he? He's in that plaza.
Well, there's gonna be some changes coming, I think. I think the plaza owner's gonna improve it, but that's our chance to capitalize on grand openings, what's opening, how,
Okay. What's
It's really
what's the chance of getting water up there? That's a big holdup.
well, if we can show Connecticut Water that the possibilities are coming, then they will put the lines, but you gotta have a plan, you gotta keep pounding away at them.
Okay.
The people on the ground from Connecticut Water have absolutely said it makes sense. But they say that it's up to the, I want to say Pura, but that's probably, is it up to Pura? Probably. Somebody up further up doesn't see our plan and what we're trying to do. So we've got to convince them. And we're on our way to doing that
Right.
now.
I'm going on mute a minute.
Yeah, we're almost done, Gil. With that, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I think Gil seconded it.
I make a motion to adjourn.
That's a second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, guys, be in touch.
I'll be in touch. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Gil.
Good night.
Basically, look at the 140 zone, look at Gil's printout for next meeting.
Right, that's our big homework.